So don't mind the dusty car, but I wanted to give my final thoughts about this Cobb titanium exhaust. Kind of breaks down to two things. It's basically going to be sound and performance. The sound, I don't really love it. I mean, I always prefer the stock look and the stock sound of the exhaust. I think that was like a perfect combo. If you're gonna daily drive this car, do an aftermarket downpipe, maintain the stock 7.5 exhaust, it's gonna give you the best sound in my opinion. But here's the thing, when it comes to performance, I really like this thing a lot. It's very light, it flows well. So for your aftermarket larger turbos, IS38s, and you know, hybrids, vortexes and all that stuff, it's a good option to use. It does cut down some weight than some of the other steel options out there. That's always a plus. It is a little bit pricier, but if you want something that's gonna perform well, I think this exhaust, it gets the job done. I like it in that aspect. I just don't like how loud it is or how much loud it is. It's not my favorite mod, I'll be honest. It's like a love and hate thing. When it comes to car meets and meetups and going out to Mexico and stuff like that, I like it, right? I like the burnt tips and everything. I think it stands out, it looks great. If you're thinking about daily driving and if you're worried about police and all that, like cop magnets, this could probably get you pulled over. Now, it's not like it's straight piped or anything like that, but it's definitely louder than stock. And you can obviously tell by the size of this thing that it's modified. One more thing I wanted to point out is if you look inside the exhaust hole there, you see how it has that ring around there? That was used to kind of like mount the exhaust tips. I don't really like that design. There's some exhausts where it's just like fully open on like the cutout there. It's not the end of the world, but it's just like, if I'm being nitpicky about something, it's gonna be this. Dropping down some wastegate duty cycles. It does help with spool a little bit, so that's also one thing to note. Performance wise, I think it's there. Again, it does a great job. Sound wise, that'll depend on what type of person you are, what you're looking for. If you want something louder that's gonna stand out, if you want to go to like the car meets and you're trying to downshift and be heard, you can do that with this. But if you're daily driving it and you're trying to have quiet conversations on the highway, or it's gonna drone a little bit, not too much, but it's definitely gonna be louder than stock. You're gonna have to speak up just a little bit louder if you're okay with that. So I warned you in case you get it. Weight savings, I think, is my favorite part about it. Obviously second is the performance aspect of it, adding a larger diameter exhaust to help the turbo breathe a little bit better. It's a cool little car, man. It's coming along well. Like I said, I never thought I would install or swap exhaust on this car, but you know, seeing that I have like an upgraded turbo and stuff like that, I think it was time. And you know, I just wanted to test it out, see what it was like. I saw that Cobb released the titanium and I wanted to give it a shot. Now this kind of sucks because I bought this exhaust and I had it delivered, and I kid you not, like a couple weeks after Cobb released their new version of tips, now I believe they have like a brushed aluminum or gray look instead of the burnt tips. Again, I like the burnt tips if you're going to like a car meet or you want to stand out. It looks cool. I think if I could do it again, I might have gotten the brushed aluminum tips that they just released. I know you can buy them separately, but I mean, I already have these and you know, it is what it is. If you want to stay low key, you can, if your driving habits are proper. You shift early, you know, don't get on it too loud, light throttle. You'll be able to get away with it. The car is pretty warmed up, so the exhaust is pretty quiet. See, we're at above 2 grand. I noticed the most drone when it's just underneath 2 grand. If you stay just above that, it'll avoid most of, or if any, drone. But right now it's pretty quiet. It sounds very close to OEM with the engine fully warm. Now once you start getting on the highway and you start driving and everything like that, then you'll notice it's a little bit more boomy. That's the best way I can describe this exhaust. The sound is just a little bit more boomy sounding, which kind of relates to, again, like that deeper tone that most people refer to. And I'm doing second gear right now, and you can see right there, quiet, we shift. It's where it has the most drone right there. Most drone, a little bit of vibration. Once you get above that, it gets quiet again. On a cold cold start, this thing is pretty loud, so be prepared if you have crazy neighbors that complain, or the wife or the girlfriend who doesn't like it, you know, just be prepared. It is going to be noticeable, guys, so don't say I didn't warn you. Anyways, I hope this video helps you guys out. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below. And yeah, I hope to see you on the next one. Peace. Next video is going to be some Mexico roll nights, so stay tuned for that. I'm excited. I've just been a little bit busy editing, guys. I'm getting back on track right now, so stay tuned for that. We're going to take it out to Mexico, see how we do against some cars with the new exhaust. I mean, if you saw the previous video against the bigger turbo Focus ST, that was kind of an example. Of what this car is like with the new exhaust. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the driving clips and everything else, and take care. Peace.